Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And man, there's something is going on at Disney. We're gonna talk about a couple of things that are pivoting very quickly at the Walt Disney Company. One of the biggest pivots is Rachel Zegler, the star of the upcoming live-action Snow White movie. She's been attacking people for months, making weird comments for months, and
years
leading up to this movie, right? And the other day, she attacked Trump and Trump supporters in a tirade on Instagram. And within a day or two, it looks like, I'm going to speculate, Disney made her apologize.
Somebody did.
Somebody pulled her aside by her ear probably and said,
Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up, Rachel. Because this movie comes out in less than 6 months. It's already, I mean, there's no way this movie's going to make its money back. They've spent so much money on reshoots but what little hope it has, every time she opens her mouth, she does damage.
Well, she's been left unchecked all this time. Her, like people like Mark Hamill, and then they're allowed to just go say whatever they want with no repercussions. Meanwhile, Gina Carano makes a couple of posts. One thing, she, respects people using the pronouns, but she doesn't want to use them. How dare she? And another talking about, how people are being so polarized or turning against each other, like what happened in the Holocaust, which is completely true historically and what's been going on. And she gets fired for that. Zegler has said far, far, far worse, even going anti-Semitic in some things because she was, mad about the Israel-Gaza situation. And then, but it's okay when she said it until the last election. And then Hollywood's like, oh, holy shit, people aren't going the way we think they're going to go. Maybe we're wrong and, we don't know where people are at. And now they have to walk it back. So now, it's understandable why she thought she could say whatever because she's been doing it.
Yeah,
but apparently she can't now.
They all have, and we'll talk about that I think in another video. But all these celebrities are going to Blue Sky, and I actually did a podcast episode yesterday for Clownfish Minus talking about the situation with Blue Sky. But they're all leaving for Blue Sky because it's very much like 2017 Twitter, where they can go over there and hate on Republicans and conservatives as much as they want because it's an echo chamber and nobody's going to push back against it.
But if you say the opposite, I'm sure you'll be in trouble for that.
I'm sure.
Because, they don't want free speech; they want their speech.
So let's talk about this. This is I think Disney's starting to wake up to the fact that Republicans buy shoes too, right?
Well, I think they're waking up to the fact that oh crap, we are in trouble, and they already were because they walked back apparently Inside Out too, Inside Out too. Yeah. They said that they're make it less gay, which implies that it was going to be ramped up there. They've been walking things back, and then they're winning at the box office. So I think they had some inkling. And then after she just took it too far this time. And I said yesterday in a video, she's committing career suicide because studios are going to look at this and they're going to be like, she is difficult. She is a liability.
Yes. See also Ezra Miller. So
yes.
Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
I mentioned Clownfish Minus, clownfishminus.com. I've got another podcast episode coming today. There is exclusive content. Thank you very much for the support. So where should we start? Do we want to talk about her
Let's talk about her comments and what she said. I mean, when everybody's calling her out, including Newsweek's calling her out, they're all calling her out because they're like, you went too far. So yeah, she put these tweets out and she basically what's going on about, how it's a world I don't want to live in. And she keeps doubling down this whole, my daughter will have to have a baby and all. And that's not what is happening at all. And then she's like, I shouldn't be shocked. I'm heartbroken for my friends who woke to fear this morning. Because remember, guys, it's okay if you're fearful, but it's not okay if they are. And she goes on. She goes on about some Ethel Cain statement and Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. May they never know peace.
Yeah.
And she just seems like wishing ill upon people and then basically implies that you're stupid.
Yeah. And you're never going to know peace. You're going to be harassed constantly because more than half the country vote for Trump. And that's more than actually, I would say Trump voters probably, if we're going by statistics for the average Disney princess movie, probably make up a good portion of the audience because we're talking families. Mm-hmm. And you're basically telling them, like, Disney's already got enough problems. They already look super woke to families. And then you've got her out there saying, hey, yeah, if you're a Trump supporter, get
And the kicker is people voted for Trump just because it's like anybody but you. We were tired of this shit. We might not be 100%, on Trump's side, but Trump isn't you.
That's the thing. Like, people think that a lot of voters were super enthusiastic about Trump. They were just pushing back against Democrats.
Yeah, they just don't want you because they're tired of your shit. They're tired of you policing them and everything they do. They're tired of not being allowed to have fun. They're tired of everything has to be about agenda. They're tired of, if you don't like something, it's because you're a horrible person, not because maybe you have a valid point. And the only valid points are the ones that agree with them. And maybe they're just tired of it. And she is one of the people who've been playing into this massively. And especially when it comes to Snow White, she will not shut her damn mouth. She will not stop. So she did apologize. But yeah, here we go. Other outlets were like
Newsweek.
Foul-mouthed tirade because she said F Donald Trump, F voters. She just kept going on and on about F word this, F word. I mean, I can't say much, but
Yeah, but this is a Disney princess. This is again, there's a huge difference between her and the Halle Bailey who played Ariel. Mm-hmm. And I know she got a lot of backlash because people thought it was stupid they were race swapping Little Mermaid. But throughout the whole process, you could tell she actually was enthusiastic for her role.
You can't really say much about her. Yeah.
She carried herself well. And
she didn't talk shit about people too much and stuff like that. Yeah.
This twit's been out there, dunking on the movie itself, the people that made the movie. She's gone hard in the paint on her politics, which are a 180 from Gal Gadot.
No, you're allowed to do that as long as you vote on the left. If you vote on the right, you end up in a lawsuit because you're fired.
Oh yeah, so I think that is also coming into play too, because Disney's probably looking at like, oh my God, Elon Musk helped get Trump elected again, and he's back in the Gina Carano lawsuit.
I think a lot of people support because they thought it was too far.
It was stupid. Nothing she said was even in the same league as what Rachel Zegler has been saying. That's what people are pointing out. But
what is it they said? Freedom of speech without freedom from consequences.
Yeah,
and that's what But they always think they're allowed to say what they want with no consequences. It's like no. So apparently, whatever happened, it became bad enough that she had to issue an apology. It said, I let my emotions get the best of me. Hatred and anger have caused us to move further and further away from peace and understanding. Yeah, you were helping that. And I'm sorry I contributed to the negative discourse. Yeah, negative discourse talking about you wish them no peace, you F Trump, everything else. This week has been emotional for so many of us. But I firmly believe that everyone has the right to their opinion, even when it differs from my own. Except there's been a lot of cancellation on certain sides compared to others. I'm committed to contributing positively towards a better tomorrow.
Yeah, somebody at Disney pulled her aside.
Or somebody somewhere, but my money's on Disney.
Knowing how Disney is.
And other things we're seeing out of Disney lately.
So I can tell you, and I talked a little bit about it in other videos, and I've been talking more about it this week because I actually posted a picture of the Scrooge McDuck statuette. I was talking about how people didn't realize I worked on the Disney comics.
For years.
For years. Mostly Scrooge comics.
People keep thinking we're just like, we just started talking about Disney because we hate Disney. It's like, no, we were like in there. Like,
oh God, like 2004, I think.
You worked on the comics. We did a blog who loved Disney so much. We were in media. We were the chosen. We literally gave it up to call out stuff and point out the truth.
Yeah, we knew we were nuking the bridge when we did it.
Yeah, we didn't do it because for shits and giggles.
But even when I worked as a freelancer on Disney Comics, they had me sign, the Walt Disney Company had me sign papers in addition to the different publishers I worked for. Because I was actually an approved Disney artist, right? But the paperwork said you will not make any disparaging comments about the Walt Disney Company. You will not go out there and, because you're representing the company, you will not go out there and say things that could alienate our customers or... there's a whole it was
but they didn't care
clause.
Before. They didn't when they thought that when they were sniffing their own farts and Hollywood thought that they had it locked down and they honestly, sincerely, which I don't know how you could think this, thought that they were in control and everybody's going to do what they wanted. Disney had no problem letting one side speak and not the other, and firing one, letting that all go, letting that happen. And now that it's come to pass that majority, over more than half, went for Trump because they're tired of the shit, and mostly they're tired of Hollywood. Then they're like, oh shit, we got to pivot now. Now you're seeing a change.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm going to be honest. I don't think most of these people believe it. I think they're doing it because they're like, oh my God, this is where the market is right now. They're like, the market's in Nazi gold. Oh my God, guys. But there are people, I think, that felt like they were silenced. I know Justine Bateman, I guess she was on Fox News the other day. And she was saying about all the conservatives in Hollywood that had to basically live under.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about that for years.
You weren't allowed to say anything. There are quite a few people
We've said that
in Hollywood
for years.
that are just scared to death to say anything. And now it's like, yeah, so I have to wonder, like, how many of the executives or the bean counters or whatever at these studios were hoodwinked into thinking that the overwhelming majority was far left because that's what the media controlled. That's the narrative. Their interns, their marketing people would tell them, well, look at all these social media posts blowing up and look at what the media is saying, whatever. So, well, everything must be left and I must be the weird one. And now it's coming out that, no, it was all fabricated. It was all a lie.
And now they're trying to desperately walk it back because they realize they've lost, not only have they lost audiences, they've lost control of the narrative, they've lost control in general, and that's why they're all flipping the hell out.
I mean, this is like, I don't understand why you don't understand your movies, especially the movies with the heavy-handed politics.
Every metric is showing you the truth.
The consumers are actively rejecting your stuff. Just imagine if they got it through their thick skulls before they destroyed Marvel, before they destroyed Star Wars. Right?
Yeah.
Star Wars, a big part of the reason that Star Wars failed, it wasn't even the movies themselves or the shows themselves. It was the drama, the circus around the productions.
Well, the Last Jedi triggered it, and then it became...
Yeah, but then you weren't allowed to even push back against it, or the media, the social media, the people associated with productions, Lucasfilm employees, they would all dogpile.
Well, that's just it. When you're watching your box office fail repeatedly, the narrative was, well, it's the vocal minority. Like, listen, we've pointed out many, many times, the vocal minority cannot control the box office to fail it that much. There's just no way. You have to have the silent majority. And they might not even be silent, they're just being blocked. But, because they're being silenced. And the thing is, globally, not everybody, it's not like a left or right thing globally, your global audience was telling you too. So, which made the most sense. And we've been telling you this over and over and over again, but don't listen to Clownfish TV because they're a bunch of, alt-right, biggity, Yahtzee, whatever. And it's like, no, we're just telling you the truth. You chose not to listen. That's not on us.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap this up?
Yep.
Let's wrap this one up, guys. I think we're going to see a lot of changes.
Well, I think Zegler is going to go the way of Miller because now she's just got herself, because everyone's turned against her, even worse than before. She has now made herself a liability to studios and probably Broadway. So good job. You probably just tanked your whole damn career.
Yeah, she's not even, I don't even think she's 25 yet.
Well, I think her age played into it quite a bit.
Yeah.
No one took her aside and said, hey, you better shut up, because they just kept encouraging it until it wasn't cool. And now they're like, oh, shit. And then she'll just face a bunch of punishment because people should have told her at the get-go to stop talking.
All right. Let's wrap this up, guys.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Join the reef. Go to clownfish-.com. That's clownfish-.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt, on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfish-.com. Thank you so much for the support.